welcome to the iPhone 16 Pro camera. Now this is what it's all about, at least for me, and I think a lot of people, especially for content creators. The iPhone 16 Pro and the regular 16 now have a new camera control button, which is right here on the side. This allows you to have quick access to your camera as soon as you hit it, and it also easily lets you access different types of controls as well, like your zoom, f-stop, photographic styles, and a bunch of other things. So let's start testing it out. We're here at Ko'oloa Ranch, and this is one of my favorite places in Oahu. It's a 4,000-acre nature preserve. It is so amazing. They have shot so many incredible films here. I've been here a bunch of times before, but today was the first time that I ever took a little horse ride through the valley, and it was incredible. I used action mode a few times on the horses, so hopefully the footage is steady. First up, let's show you how camera control works. The camera control button is right here up on the top, so we're gonna hit it, and automatically it brings up the camera. No extra steps, no nothing. So when you're in photo mode, you just press the button to take a photo, and if you want to get a quick video, just hold the button down and keep holding it down until you don't want to record a video anymore. Now the cool part about the camera control button is it gives you easy access to the camera no matter how your phone is facing. So if you have it horizontal or you have it vertical, as I've been using this a bunch, I kind of feel like I would like it to be moved over just a little. Then I'm afraid that if it is moved over too much, then I might accidentally hit it. So really, all in all, it's probably in a pretty good place. Oh, look at this horsey. Oh my gosh, this is a perfect shot. We're gonna double tap, and this brings up all of our settings. So we've got things like exposure, the f-stop, we've got the zoom, cameras, photographic styles, and the tone. So you have all these options right at your fingertips. So I'll show you guys the zoom. So if I press on that, it will take us all the way into the camera, and then you can just lightly swipe. Okay, look at that horse butt. You can lightly use your finger to swipe forward and backwards, and that'll give you as much zoom as this little camera will allow you, which actually takes us up to 25x. That's a lot. And I also like that this lets you have access to the styles very quickly. So you can swipe through those and choose whichever one you want. We're gonna stay in standard. Now the same thing applies to video as well, so let's go check out these horsies. We're gonna switch into ProRes Log because that's what I've been filming a ton of content with this entire trip. We're recording, double tap, we're gonna swipe to zoom. Oh, look at that horse. He's so cute. This is my favorite. Look at his little haircut. 0.5, all the way into 15x. And a lot of people were concerned about shooting in vertical. They're like, is my finger gonna hit it? Is it gonna be in the right place? It's actually quite perfect. I feel like it's in a better position for filming vertical. So you just use your thumb and you just swipe. So cinematic mode is not just for people, you can use it on pretty much anything. Look at this horse, he's so cute. So the cool thing with cinematic mode is these little boxes will pop up, so it'll auto-focus on people most of the time. But I want it to focus on the horse, so I'm gonna tap on the horse, it'll focus on him, and then there's like this little sign that says caution, horses have teeth and may bite, so I'm gonna click on that, click back to the horse. And the other cool thing with the cinematic is it makes everything super smooth and steady. So it's almost like you have a gimbal, but you don't. Oh, he's so cool. All right, I need to take some photos of him. Something else that is super exciting that was introduced on the 15 Pros is spatial video. You'll now be able to shoot spatial video on the entire 16 lineup this year, which is pretty exciting. Let's get a little spatial video of this horse. When I'm shooting spatial video, I really like to show like a perspective, and I like to keep it kind of still. Imagine like you're looking at something with your own normal eyes, like if you're looking around, because you're gonna be replaying that inside a Vision Pro. You can also take spatial photos, which is pretty incredible. So on the iPhone 15 Pro, that's when they first started introducing the ability to shoot in spatial video and spatial photos. Now the entire 16 lineup has these two cameras right next to each other. This is how you're shooting the spatial video. This is shooting stereoscopically, so it's basically like these are your two eyes. So the left and the right are recording simultaneously. So when you put it onto Vision Pro, each eye is seeing each one of these video feeds, and it magically will transport you back into whatever it is that you filmed. Now one of my favorite features, and something that I've been doing this entire trip while I've been testing out this camera, is shooting everything in ProRes Log. When you look at the images on your phone, they're all grayed out and they kind of look terrible. But when you take this footage into your editor, which I use Final Cut Pro, you're able to really have so much more control over the color, and this is where the fun really begins. So I'll film an example of one with ProRes Log and one without, and I'll show you the differences when we go to edit. Another fun feature is we can now pause video while you're recording, so you can basically kind of edit your video as you go. So this is super simple. You just hit record like normal, and there's a little pause button. So I'm gonna hit pause. I'm going to zoom out, record again. I'm gonna pause. I'm going to now face myself. I'm gonna hit record. There's Nathan. I'm gonna pause again, zoom back into the horsey. And then when I'm done, I just stop recording. And now I have a little video that has basically edited itself. It's kind of like shooting in the TikTok camera app or Instagram app, which is the most terrifying thing to me ever. There's my video, all edited. I love action mode so much. This basically will turn your phone into a gimbal without a gimbal. So I'm gonna try to run up on this sign, get a really cool shot. I'm gonna show you what it looks like with action mode on and with action mode off. Action mode does crop in. It isn't a 4K video, it is a 2.8K, but it will be worth it because it's gonna be super smooth. Okay, now I'm gonna come back. It's also pretty cool because you can shoot ProRes log in action mode, but now I'm gonna turn it off and I'm gonna try that same little movement. Okay, that was scary running backwards. And this iPhone stabilization though, it's getting really good. Even the non-action mode. Okay, I'm impressed. They both were good. Now as for the camera lenses, we have a 0.5, we have the 1X, which also now shoots in 24, 28, and 35. This is something they introduced in the 15, so it's not new, but it's still cool. And we've also got the 2X and the 5X. And we also can zoom all the way in to 25X as well. Still looks pretty good for 25X if you wanna go sneaking around, finding some little animals here on the ranch. You can also shoot in RAW Max, which gives you a lot more data to work with if you want to edit these photos in Photoshop or Lightroom or wherever it is that you edit photos. So I'm gonna take a couple of those. A bug is biting my leg. I have a question for you guys. Do you keep your live photo on or off? I like live photo, but I'm always terrified that I'm gonna leave it on and then you're gonna be able to have the audio of me saying something super weird or somebody doing something. So to me, live photo, it's questionable, but it is pretty cool because you can do a lot of really cool things with it. Next up, they announced these photographic styles. So I'm gonna have Nathan here to give him a break there on this Ronin, and he's gonna take some photos and I'll show you what those all look like. And there's a bunch of different styles. And what Apple really did with these is to make sure that no matter which style that you're using, is they kept your skin tones looking as authentic and natural as possible. So here it is, let's test them out and see what they look like. There's so many, I can't keep my eyes open anymore.
I know, there's so many.
Oh yeah, they look so cool. There's so many fun options. And what's so great about these photographic styles is it won't disrupt your original image. So if you do decide to apply these or try them out, you can keep trying them and it won't disrupt any of the original color data. So you can always revert it to standard. Now going back to video, one of my favorite things about this phone is you can now shoot 4K 120 frames a second in ProRes log. Now to do this, you do need to have an external drive, and we shot a ton of footage all around the island in 120 ProRes log, and it just, oh, it is so stunning and breathtaking, and I am so excited to keep shooting on this the rest of this year until iPhone 17. Who knows what that'll bring? That's like a whole year away. I haven't even got my actual phone yet, and I'm already thinking about 17. What is wrong with me? Don't want to record to an external drive or shoot ProRes log, you can still shoot 4K 120 frames a second on device as well. So there's a bunch of slow-mo options. So you can shoot 4K 120, HD 240, and a lot of times I shoot a lot of my content 4K 60 because you can slow it down just slightly. And you can also shoot 60 frames a second ProRes log on an external drive as well. So there's plenty of options. So I made a sponsored video before about this Lexar drive. This video is not currently sponsored by them, but this is the drive that I've been using and I really really like it. We've been using some little Velcro and attaching it to the back of the iPhone case, and I got this USB-C cable on Amazon, and it's been a perfect little companion. It's awesome because all of the files are directly onto the drive. You don't have to do any transferring from the phone, no AirDrop, no camera capture, which can sometimes take a really long time. It's already on the drive. You can start editing immediately. I'm starting a PSA to everyone, take more pano photos. And I say this because when I got my Vision Pro, some of my favorite pieces of content to view were the panoramic photos that I took from like 2015, 2016. They were like years ago, and even that quality back then looked so amazing on Vision Pro. So now with all of these updated devices, we can get such high quality panoramic photos, and one day when spatial computing is more affordable and everyone is doing it, you will thank me then. So take more panos, kids and adults, everyone, just do it. I promise. It will be worth it. I mean, you could also just take spatial photos and videos, but there's something about the panos, it just gives you such a cool wraparound effect. I also forgot, you could do macro photos, macro video. I'm hungry, so I'm thinking about taking macro photos of food. Something that has been so impressive to me is how great these are in low light, and they just keep getting better and better. Now with the 48 megapixel ultra wide sensor, the world is our oyster, my friends. It is so dark right now. I mean, we're being lit by the moonlight, and obviously this Sony FX3, this is incredible in low light situations, so it might not look as dark as it actually is, but believe me, I can barely see anything right now. Like, it's starting to get really dark. So let's take a few photos and see how this handles in the low light. Now I'm doing these all handheld, and in the ultra wide, this is giving us a 3-second countdown. Holding still. We're gonna do a 1x, 2x, and a 5x all the way over there. I'm trying to hold still, it's yelling at me. Okay, let's look at, oh my goodness, this looks like it's freaking daytime! It's not daytime? Wow. Daytime? Not day, this is not daytime right now. Oh, they look so good. I'm gonna take some more.
Waiting for the sun. Waiting for the sun. Waiting for the sun.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this look at the new iPhone 16 Pro camera system and the new camera capture button. I've been having so much fun testing this out. Let me know if you guys have any questions at all, and I will answer them in the comments below or in a future video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!